Hello? Why am I hearing myself? Hello? I think Drew should be here with me as well. I don't know. Don't know where she is. Do you see me? Or hear me?
Hi, sorry guys, I forgot to add myself in. Folks. It's not how stupid I'm what he's expected from me. Come on, I'm daft. He's not how daft I'm off. I had to give all our shop list before the shop shut. Can you see me, guys?
I was sitting here myself.
You're sitting yourself. Where's Sarah's not well? Is she feeling any better?
So. Hi, Toby, Nicole,
We
Beth.
did a bit of muck about yesterday, didn't we? Hi, everybody. Sorry I was a couple of minutes late. Hi,
Paranormal
Hi, everybody. Hi, all. Yeah, we kind of arranged this last night between us all. This is kind of for you tonight, guys. It's not aimed anywhere. It's just for you to ask us any questions. Pop up on screen with us if you wanted. Just whatever you want. Or if Scott's maybe something he wants to talk about or anything.
I Sarah, I changed my name as you can see.
I know, I was wondering what the hell's Flaming Star.
Ever heard of Flaming Star?
Hi, Mary. Excuse me.
Hi.
No, I've never heard the Flaming Star. What's that? Enlighten me, please.
The name of an Elvis film. Nicole will know it.
Oh, right.
I'm a big Elvis fan, so everybody else changes their names. Everybody else has a different name, so I thought I'd make it a wee bit.
I remember my mother's living room, and we used to have a cloak in the middle of like above the fireplace, and it was Elvis that was on it, and it was the day that he was born to the day he died. So it was like 78 or something he died, wasn't it? I always remember because it spelled Elvis Presley all the way around.
77.
77, was it?
Nicole, Beth, no, we're not talking about wetsuits.
No, well, you can talk about wetsuits if you want. That's for you tonight, guys. So if that's what your boat floats on, talk away.
That's the one thing Adobe remembers it. He remembers it well. Who can forget Flaming Star? So that's my new name from now on. So I was going to say next. I was talking to Chris earlier.
Sarah's here. She's about to come in. Hope she's okay.
We've always been with 7 Nicole. That's it. I remember it well.
What was it? Sorry, guys. Hi, Shell. You okay, Sarah?
Yeah.
I'm
just feeling rough today. I'm feeling a bit better than what I did earlier. That's how I popped up for 10, but I'm not be staying long.
Right. You just stopped saying that because of yesterday?
Aye, and tired and
just alright. Hope you get better, Mrs. Mona. Oh, have some sympathy.
I've had sympathy all day, but I was out with Miami alone for a few hours, but I've had sympathy. I made the tea this morning.
Well, you're lucky. At least you got a cup of tea this morning.
Aye.
I need begging, please.
I made a cup of tea this morning, so
16th August 1977, Nicole. Is that when he died? I always remember it being on the cloak, but I can't remember the details. I just remember it spelled Elvis Presley and then about it, and we were up to always think when we were younger. Good.
While we're on the subject of Elvis, Nick, Friday, Chris's Age of Darkness show, I was talking to him today, and we're going to be doing Did Elvis fake his death?
Oh, well, that'll be interesting. Does anybody else want the link to come up, guys? Shell, are you going to come up?
Hi, Shell.
You want to pop up? Oh, you've not
Andy.
Streamlabs yet, you know. Nicole, you might come up. I sent the link to the group so that anybody could grab it. Hi, Andy. Andy can grab the link if you want, guys. Just get in the group messenger or I'll post it up here. I don't even know if I've got it thumbnailed on this. Wait a minute, folks, 2 minutes. See, I don't even want to go in case I... Right, let's see what this pastes. Oh, there you go. I'm going to post it up. There you go. The link's going up, folks. Everybody else can come in. It's just a chilled out night. I think that's the really nice. Got a fresh can for me.
Dobie says it sounds out. I will be interested in Dobie. I mean, it's 43 years since he died, and it's controversy still going on to this day, whether he faked it or not. There's things for and things. There's a lot of things that don't make sense about, you know, the day he died and the week or two, you know, after it. I mean, I've been a major Elvis fan for 43 years, and so Chris is going to do a wee show then, and we realised that Elvis too bad. It was too bad, Nicole. See, I've been a fan for 43 years, but the question's still hanging about, you know, did he or didn't he? So I think we're going to look into that. I think it's Friday. Usually Friday does it, isn't it? So that'll be, and next Sunday, Chris usually does his medium show, but we're starting something else.
Handy on the panel is dangerous, Beth.
We're starting a quiz night every Sunday called Paraquiz, but details of that will follow. Chris and I will just talk about it today, and I'll fill you in soon as through on it.
No problem.
Did you see the news last night, Drew?
I was noticing that there was a death. I was noticing that there was an actual death at the place last night. So just think we could have ended up finding a body, guys, and walked in a murderer's son.
Aye, I know.
Would have been held in a police station all night, questioned.
Shell's having an Indian.
Shell's having an Indian. That's terrible. Hope you let him out then.
Hope it's good.
Better release him this time. Last time he pressed charges.
But no, Sarah showed me the story this morning.
I didn't read it all. I didn't read it all. I've got the... Honestly, I look at things and then I mean to go back to it and then I don't. I forget. But by the night when I'm lying in my bed going through my phone, I'll sit and read it lightly.
I don't think they've said very much. Sarah, you read it. I just had a quick look at the headline and the first couple of lines. I think Sarah read the full thing.
But Sarah tells a wee bit about it.
What they're saying is that a body of a man was found yesterday at 1 o'clock. What it says is officers were called to Craigmillar Castle Park after a walk-on made the grim discovery at around 1 p.m.
I just chuck it into the talk here.
Shrimp, don't forget.
Oh,
hi, Shrimp.
Well, forensic experts conducted an...
Okay. It's a bit interesting to figure out what's...
They're treating it as unexplained.
So it's maybe a suicide then.
Well, we have to be passes to say, I don't know if we were still alive and all that.
Just tell you, Cheryl, we don't really know yet. Somebody's was fun, but it's suspicious.
But I don't think where he was fun in bushes or something, so I don't think it would have been a suicide.
He's maybe been as what Scott picked up on last night, somebody that's been missing for a while, and this is him getting fun. Remember, that's what you picked up on, Scott, when I asked you to focus.
Aye, I picked up when a male dead in the park and been missing. I mean, the missing bit might be, I don't know, but I definitely got the mail in the park, and he'd passed. I wasn't getting any, kind of murder or anything. Wherein, we just skimmed by the park in seconds, so
I'm interested.
so that there's no released any more details. We just keep a wee eye out and see
That's
what
like
happens.
that song, Friends with Me, that I'll be there for you. Whenever I hear that song, Nicole, I can't get it out of my head for days. I end up singing it all the time. And, it's brutal, isn't it?
You're welcome, Nicole. It's good that song stuck in your head, but I say Friday we were doing the conspiracy thing. Was Christie's doing it? I'll be on the panel, obviously, but he's doing it. Did Elvis fake his death? If he did fake his death, it's a good. I mean, he'll be 85 now.
Well,
So
I'm
there
going
is
to
a chance
be
of another fact,
tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing I've got to read about all the witches and the. There's actually been 3 different witch trials in each century, so I'm going to read out a bit about all of that tomorrow night in my channel. So I'll focus more on the witchy trials. So I'll do that every Monday. Sorry, every Tuesday, no Monday, Tuesday.
You covering the North Berwick ones?
I've got to cover them all, though, Scott. There's been 3 different witchy trials in Scotland. I've got to do the Scottish ones first. I'll see how long it takes me to read it all out and say what I've got to say. I'll time myself. And then if it doesn't take that long to read it all out and talk about it, I'll do it as the one night. If no, I'll do it in 3 separate bits. Because there has been 3 Yeah?
Where was it? There was North Berwick, wasn't there? And there was quite a few in Edinburgh.
There was North Berwick, up Aberdeen way and that as well. I think there was witch trials up that way. I'm not 100% sure on it, but there's a guy I know that wrote a book on all the Scottish witches. And actually there's rumours that there was witchcraft up here and that they were burnt at the stake up here, a lot of witches. And I actually contacted him way back last year asking him if he had heard of any witch trials, any witches up here getting burnt at the stake. And he had said he didn't, offhand, it didn't ring a bell, but he was going to look back the history books and see if he could find anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find his name again and contact him and see if maybe he can look up some more information about my area to pass it on to me. Because he's got contacts like with historians and all things, so maybe and I'll maybe be able to do a bit about the witch if it is true in my area anyway. So
it probably is.
That guys, let me know if you in the chat if you would like to see that, and I'll see if the rumours are true. Because when we were Waynes, we always heard that this up here there was witches get burnt at the stake, and it's so weird. For I moved up here, that's when I've started getting interested in the witchcraft. So that's strange. And in my mum's house, there's a certain day of the year that you hear the door slam and somebody run up the stairs. And there's rumours to be that I can't remember if it was a neighbour or somebody old she was talking to, and they had said that years and years ago there used to be cottages there. So we kind of thought maybe it was somebody getting chased with the people accused as a witch or whatever. It could be all to do with that. Because that full area, it's actually called, there's an old priory down in Listenhagen, and all the places are called like Priory Place, and do you know what I mean, Monks Now, Monks Way. So there's a lot of kind of history in monks, and so I dare say there would have been witches as well. So if there was monks in the town and witches in the town, I'm quite sure they get chased and burnt at the stake. So I'll try and look into all that. If you want me to, guys, just say aye or no, I'll put a thumbs up or down. What?
The priories is still standing as a ruins.
There's ruins down there. There's not much though, Scott. But there is definitely ruins. I could take a walk down one day. It's right next to the old graveyard. If you get way back my channel, I think I've got like a 5-minute video on it. Can't mind if I put it to private or not right enough. But but you could go down and see what you pick up.
There's a Cosmic Dreamer and the Flashy Balls are neat.
I've got flashy balls coming.
So have we.
I actually forgot I had ordered them. Remember we were talking them way back but it must have been about 5 weeks ago. I think it was actually Chris I was talking to about them. He had sent me a link for them. They were only $3.75, and I must have got them that day. I forgot I had got them, so they're coming. I noticed that on my Amazon account.
Hi, beneath the trees and leaves. Andy's saying, Drew, do you have any standing stone circles in your area? Would be worth checking out if you have. Scott will drive, or Scott could drive. Thanks for volunteering me for that, Andy. No doubt that
Come
will
on,
be
let's
forgotten
come
by
on, show for me about, please, my area.
them.
My echoing, guys. My echoing, is it all right?
Echo, well, I'm hearing you echo a wee bit.
I thought I kind of heard that there as the both of us was speaking. Might be all right. I'll just try and not talk over the tappy and that'll not echo. Could do,
Right.
Andy, aye. Just
But
in
I should
case.
check out the,
There you go.
you should check out the witches thing in your area, because it was quite widespread all over Britain, you know, England, Wales, everywhere. And the Pendle Hill.
In Dunby, Newcastle, see what the border in Newcastle is, there's supposed to be some sort of witchy ruin they placed in there as well. That was where they burnt the witches, and seemingly there's some sort of memorial, well, maybe no memorial, but a circle, like what he was kind of talking about. There's like something, and there's Motherwell as well, there's a witchy circle. So I'll look into it all, guys. That's what I wasn't actually going to go live tonight, and then I thought I will, because I'm going to study. I'm going to go into the books some more, and I'm going to get studying. Now that I've got the desktop in my room and all, I can get Googling and things. So
I'll check it, Drew. I'll check down here, sir. See it.
Aye, you might as well. Aye, let me know if you find anything. Because I'm going to try and get
1 point.
special buyer. I want to figure it out.
Because I know, I think Sonny Bean, the cannibal.
Right.
I think some of his clan, I think there was 46 of them or something, his family. I think some of them were tried as witches.
Right.
And that was down near Girvan, just south of Ballantrae, just south of Girvan. So I don't know if that still comes under Ayrshire or no. But I'll have a wee check about doing it.
When I was reading up on it, when I was googling for us to go North Berwick or wherever it was the other week there, and it had all come up all the different places, and the way that it works, or is it Pinterest, whatever one I was looking at, there's like it highlights like that you click on it and it takes you to other things. So there's loads of different like places and names and everything. So what I'll do is I'll just study the full lot and I'll do my own presentation on it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to screen share anything yet. I might practice that at some point in time and see if I can do that first. If not, it'll just be me reading these and maybe showing these pictures and things. But
I was thinking of, I came up with another, see how we've done that live last night in Edinburgh, and I think it was all right last night. You know, it was a bit
I watched that today. Me and Willie watched the full lot of it. It was good. Did you like it last night? Did you want to see more of that? It's gone live with full investigation. From the minute that we arrive there to the minute that we are kind of getting home. Just let us know. That's what the night's live's about. You're telling us what you want us to do and things.
Well, I was kind of thinking that what we could do is pick out. I mean, Scotland's littered with towns and places that haunted. I was going to pick out maybe 2 or 3 different towns or cities and put up a history on them and let folk decide what one they wanted our investigation done in.
Aye, well, we could do that.
That makes sense. So we put up the history of maybe 3 towns, say, and then, you know, the folk read them and say, right, we want you to go, say, wherever, say, why you go to Perth, for example. You know what I mean?
I know, Kim, you mean Scott, aye. That's what we need to do. We'll focus on things as well. If we've maybe all done murders so we're not offending anybody, like we'll go to all murder sites and things and see if we can pick up anything, things like that. But all historic murders, but maybe like, I don't know, I can't think offhand, but we can do things like that as well, people, if he's want.
Aye,
I'm
just
quite sure.
Andy's saying I was gutted with your live last night. Got paid to her extra as she told me you were going to get into one with the police.
Police.
I would have, Andy, but the cells in Edinburgh aren't as nice as the ones in Glasgow. You know what I mean?
There's thinking, I don't know.
In Glasgow, you get 2 pillows. Edinburgh, you only get 1.
Spray makes any clean. I'll just put your comment up on screen, Cosmic Dreamer, right? So everybody can read it. Makes my cleaner up blood go, taking it to the crime scene to investigate, but a man was shot and laid all night, but in the morning his spirit stayed there. Alright. So yeah, things like that, interesting. The only thing is, if it's recent murders or recent deaths, you don't want to start offending the family, do you know? That's how I'm always a wee bit wary. Right, we need to try and make sure it's
one
all.
thing you need to watch. If you're investigating stuff like that, you know, as you say, for the family, might have been, like say last night, I think it was Luna suggested going to the.
That's what it was like, wasn't it, Nicole? Look, it was a mystery tour. Nicole said it was good last evening. It was like a mystical tour.
It was a mystical tour for us because we didn't. Well, I knew where I was going in Edinburgh, but we just didn't know where we were going to go next.
Liam. Mind share your links, guys. I can't put mine up because I'm on desktop, but these are here, so just subscribe if you want. I've got actually 2 videos out there now. Just one that we show with all the different glass marks and things. There's some really nice shits. It's only 5 minutes. It was me and Liam's got it leather. And I've got the one out that we did up at the castle. So if you want, go check them out after we go live, after we come up. They're quite interesting. They're no long, like my usual. I'm going to that one, the one with the lane. Scott, did you get in that lane last night? Did you get any videos?
No, I forgot the bloody camera and everything else with me. No, I didn't. I had it was my phone. I had.
You had the camera and your wee blue meter because it's in my video. You were live, mind.
I picked up on that lassie. I definitely picked up on that lassie. Nicole and Brett, I think it was saying there was a man there, but I never got the man. I never picked up on him.
Right. It's been if it comes through my Necrophonic app, because I've turned the Necrophonic app on. I've just got to edit that video now. So I'm interested to see
but the meter was going up and down between kind of 1.4 or 1, and it went up to like 3.1 or 3.4 or one thing. But saying that, there's power lines all over that place, so you could debunk that just
all the time. But then, if the power lines were affected, it would just be constant. It wouldn't just come in and out. It would be constant, gone.
Well, I probably, but I didn't want to say.
Think about it. That's when the stays in that area because the power lines give energy.
No, maybe, but I didn't want to come on and say, right, that's definitely spirit, you know.
No,
when it could be the power lines, so
I know.
that's how I should probably debunk it. It's just been because one place where I started the meter was right next to a lamppost because it was the only place I could get light. So
I think it would go on and off. It would be going and off, but though, Scott, it would be there all the time. But I'll be interested to see if the Necrophonic picks up on anything that you're asking. If it's my point, we'll see if we can link it up.
Aye, but it probably could have been the power lines. It might not have been. I'm not going to say it definitely wasn't.
Of course, no.
I don't do that.
No. That's what it is, and everybody can make their own mind up. So, ever say it's a ghost, it's a apparition, except for that one with the dark shadow, because that was a black shadow, but none will ever say, look, spirit seen or anything, if there wasn't.
No,
Do you know?
you can't do that because
It's the way it is,
might
it's
have,
the way.
you might have
Don't
20 or 30
lie.
people watching you that
You just
disagree
lied
with
to
you.
yourself. You just lied to yourself that you've made contact and you haven't. So what's the point? Aye.
You're quite echoey.
So it's probably because of these speakers. I'm right next to the man with the mic. I'll come out a bit. Oh, wait a minute. Is that better?
Aye, that's fair.
Use the
Nicole,
email in the chat.
Nicole's saying that guy was just curious, not evil, not that old either, but he stayed way behind you. You're right, Nicole, I never picked up anything negative.
Come up. Do you want me to send the link? Can you come up again? You can tell us what you picked up on. And I'll send the link. Well,
Andrina, I've just sent Hunnell's research to your Facebook for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. There's the link if you want to come up. If not, just put up and Scott will explain.
So you'll have about 20 messages for me.
I'm surprised it's not pinging on here then. My phone's off. That's just pathetic. Either. Do you want to come up, Luna? See, were you in did you pick up anything in that alley last night? You want to talk about it? Anybody
I think Luna picked up on the woman and the man.
Right. Andy, grab the link if you want, but honestly, whoever wants to talk about that lane that last night, just grab the link and come up. Tell us what you've seen and what you've felt or heard on the live.
There is a definite energy and atmosphere in it. You can feel the difference when you come through that archway.
I don't like the right come up. I just tell us about it then, Scott. When I'll put Nicole's comment up on the screen. Right. And the woman was nervous walking fast around the corner and back, but that's all I saw of her. She did wear old clothing, all right. So what were you saying?
That's what I picked up on the first time Drew and me went. With the woman, she was kind of ashamed, she was hiding, she was embarrassed about what so that's what I say, probably a lady of the night sort of thing. And she tried to stay around that corner, she'd no venture up towards the archway. She just like confrontation, what have you. So I'd plus to say through the embarrassment. This is what I was getting. Some folk might disagree with me. I've no idea. I don't know. I just say what I get. I know Luna picked up on the woman. I think she picked up on the man as well. Nicole picked up and Brett picked up on the man. But see, I got the woman. I did get that heavy kind of oppressive feeling again. Right at that. It just seems to be right to that. You can feel it when you come through the archway. The closer you get to the corner, the stronger it gets.
I wasn't really concentrating on feelings last night. I was more just talking to Liam and kind of doing what I was doing. So I didn't feel any of that I felt the last time. But I don't usually pick up on anything anyway. But I was concentrating the last time and I wasn't the last night. So that's interesting that you still felt the same then, Scott.
I feel she's still there. But I feel she's still there. Other people might go and say there's nothing there or there is something. But I feel there is something there.
Other mediums are saying that they didn't feel it was anything negative, though. Do you think that they're just staying there for the sake of they're happy there then and they're just choosing to be there?
As for the man, I can't recall because I never picked him up. So I've no idea. I'm not going to sit here and BS people that But the woman, I get to feel she's no negative, but she's embarrassed to move on because I get her for quite a way back. maybe 200 years, and I think she's got it in her mind that, you know, with her being, my guess would be she was a prostitute, and so I think she's seen it as, you know, she's sinned and she's wary of going to the light because she's got a guilty conscience sort of thing. That's the way I look at it. That's why she's still there.
Focused investigation on her then, Scott will take the meters and that in the spirit boxes and try and do it a wee bit earlier in the night so that none of the residents are complaining, and we'll try and do it for half hour and try to talk to her.
I think we need to spend a wee bit of time there, you say, with the meters and see right to that particular corner.
I've got sage and all that in my bag and things as well, and a candle and everything, and I'll take some oils and things with me, and we'll try and get her to communicate with us, and we'll take crystals and things.
I'm not saying there's nothing negative. There's nothing negative. See, all the times I've been in Edinburgh, which is, I don't know, lost count, I felt it slightly once. I think it was Greyfriars. I felt a slight negative, but it lasted a minute, 2 minutes, and it was gone as quick as it came. But of all the times in all the places I've been in Edinburgh, I've never felt anything negative. You know, considering the history of the place has got, I've never felt.
Church, I felt it at that bottom corner, but that was because I think there was maybe just too many people wondering. Well, spirits obviously were wondering what we were doing. That's all time I've ever.
Canongate. I've tried to find out. See that box that sits at the front?
I know I've read up in that too. I cannot find it.
I've contacted City of the Dead and Market Tours and all, and City of the Dead told me they don't do Canongate, so they put me on to. I say Meerkat Tours. I know it's pronounced a different way, but however, I go on to them and they says they have no idea what the box is. It's there. I says, is it some kind of prop or something maybe for your tours? And they says no.
No,
so they the idea what the box is for.
In the history bit that I read, if you look at the bit that I sent you, remember that after you came off that investigation on here, I sent it on your Facebook page. It was a great big, and I think it was about 6 pages or something in Canongate, and in that it says something about no to do with the box was for anything, but it says everything else about it all except for what the box is for. So it's got to be something that was added later on that wasn't to do with the church at all. It's maybe even been somebody that's put it there to look for for the lights outside, or I don't know, it could be anything.
Yeah, Nicole's saying that she's picked up the name Deirdre in her head. I say she's talking about that woman. I never picked up on the name. I feel that she's no wanting to. She's too embarrassed to come out with details. But we can keep that name in mind, Drew, and when we go,
definitely.
Try asking. Hi, Sammy. Hope you're well.
Right, that down. Deirdre. Every time every day I do like a wee vlog, a wee note, it's like a diary, especially if we're doing lives or somebody else is doing lives. I do like a wee diary thing, so I'll write that down, Deirdre.
We'll probably do it as a live anyway, I would imagine.
Aye, we could, definitely. The more we go live, the better, because it gives you a first point of view that you'll not see anywhere else.
But one thing I found weird was, I don't know if it's just me, but that alley was just a random find. Maybe because we'd been in the market bit first and we came out, and for some reason we went into that alley. I had no idea it was there.
Oh, we just kind of followed it down, didn't we? Just to see what was down in that corner, and then we discovered that alley and walked down. So it wasn't because well, you never know, Spirit could have been guiding you and you didn't know.
That's what I mean. It could have been drawn to it without realising. Maybe some folk was saying that's a load of crap, but you don't know, because it wasn't a random find.
We know the way it works, so anybody wants to say anything else can just post stuff themselves.
can go and what? I missed that last bit there. Did you swear there?
No, they can just go stuff themselves then they want to
All
argue
right,
about it.
I thought you
It's
said
never
something.
believed, that's it. So if they don't want to believe it, they don't need to believe it. Simple as that.
But always keep in mind you were there last night, not tonight. Unless your spirits be any different. That's true, Andy. You know, a lot of people think that spirits stay in the one location all the time. But the truth is, we don't know. You know, they could be there on a Monday and away on a Tuesday, back and away.
I think if you
Nobody's
keep
good.
going that alley, but that spirit will get used to you talking to your Scot and she'll maybe eventually open up. So every time we're in Edinburgh, we should just go into there and just see
I
if we
we will, because I definitely want to get back there again. But I'm determined to do the woods. I'm going to give it a couple of weeks to let things die down, whatever it is that's happened there. And
it's going to be a couple of weeks to them for them to investigate it if it has been anything suspicious.
and then at least we know the right gate to go on. And we're getting down to the woods. I don't care.
Aye,
But
we'll get in eventually. Just need to be patient.
because I think they need to be looked at.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously, if the two of us go, I don't know if Sarah will come into the obviously because of the way she is, right? To manage the walk. But if you're in, then nobody can turn around and say we're talking crap. Because the twos are there, and it'll be on film anyway.
That's
Camera,
it. Just go live. Even if the two of us go live, so that they see it through the two different angles.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can see that we're not pranking nothing.
The woods are still on, folks. That was my serious face again. I'm trying out these different faces, but I don't think they're working.
We will still go. It's going to
We
happen.
will be there.
It will happen.
I can't get used to the camera with my finger, get my finger in. That sounded bad there, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Aye, that's so Scott.
Wait, tease, how you doing, Molly?
Alright, mate. I've
He's-
never had that problem.
Keep it clean, boys. Come on, we're not going south today. No chance.
Not that it's Sunday. We will respect the Sabbath day.
Yep, we will.
And
You're the Vaseline man.
Oh no, we're not going down that road.
there you go. That's it's gone now. See, because he's mentioned that somebody's going to make a comment. I bet you. Cheers, Willie.
Oh no. Just let that go your heads, guys. No comments about Vaseline, wetsuits, nothing. Let it go over your heads.
Vader.
And wait. Oh no, there he's mentioned the Raiders. That's it out there.
Anything else we writ it, Willie?
What?
Anything
else we writ it, Willie? You want to say anything else?
I bet you're wishing my roof was sore again.
Bet you're wishing he's moving again.
Aye, I know.
Oh,
Stick
stop
the
admitted it's
band
no
on.
saying. You've just admitted it's no saying. No name your sympathy.
It's no as serious as it was.
Oh, it's no saying as it was.
All those different faces are still scary when not. I can't read that. All those different faces are still scary when not in your wetsuits. I say it every time. It's not going to go away. Shell wants to come to the woods, but no before it's too dark.
Oh, we've got to go when it's dark. We've got to go places that it's getting dark, and then when it's dark, you've got to date the two, the light and the dark. So you've got to be there at dusk. You've got to come.
I mean, what we couldn't do, Shell, is go through one day and go in when it's still lightish, you know, and then get back in after it's darkish.
Aye, that's what we've got to do. We've got to see it in the both angles for sure. By the way, I've still got my makeup on, folks, for last night.
I took mine off. Mine was itching like hell when I get home.
Oh, I'll do it. I will do it eventually.
I thought you still had yours on.
It's took me, honest to God, see for that first video, it's like what, 8 minutes. It took me about 12 hours to try and get it edited and up. Just could not get the time, the space, oh my God, it's a nightmare.
I don't know if Sarah's still here. She's fell asleep.
I'm still here.
She's still there. You're right, Mrs.
Aye?
You're still right, lying relax. Scott will be making you a cup of tea in a minute. I want you, Scott.
Seriously, I had the kettle on this morning.
This morning, do you hear that? This morning, guys. It'll be boiled by now, it'll be overboiled, it'll be bloody well done.
The arse is
I
burnt. The arse is burnt with it. Wetsuits and the rabbits here. The coals, I don't know if you were in the chat earlier on with, I think it was Eddie, Drew, Nicole came up with the idea of rabbit ears as well.
Rabbit ears tea. Well, that would actually look no bad.
I'm going to look like a fucking cross-dressing diver bunny.
Are well and truly covered. Got no fault out wearing that thing. Oh no.
Here's
God.
Andy. Here's Andy. I think that's the boxer comment for the Billy boxer shorts incident.
You're never going to live that, Scott.
I can't find him.
Did you see that one, Drew?
What's that one? I can't wait. I need to go back to that. The boxing. Who is it?
Shorts.
Andrew? I can't find it.
No, last week we were doing a live in here, and I had to come in the living room for something.
Oh,
and I forgot
that. That's right.
No. Enough said. You didn't mention him, Andy, but you know I could read between the lines on your last comment. What was insinuated? I mean,
what we were implying. We get
it. Hey, Shadows. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Shadows.
Well, the cold boxer short chips. Never forget them. Well, I didn't. I had them on. I forgot I took my outdoor shots off. You know, because I was in the room.
News presenters, isn't it? They look like so nice with their ties and everything, and then they get up and they're wearing like trainers and stupid shorts or something, and they look so presentable because they're presenting the news. And then under the table, there's like boxer shorts and trainers and big knee-high boots.
I actually nearly done that once. I used to work in a call centre, come on, and Monday to Thursday to wear business dresses, shirt, tie, trousers, what have you. And one morning I got up and I get ready and the shirt and tie on, and I went to put my shoes on, and I realised I hadn't put my trousers on.
Oh no!
Yeah, imagine if I had walked outside in the street, you know.
Right out. God.
I've done
other times forgot to put my shoes on and walked out to shop and things with my slippers on. I do it all the time, but never anything to do with trousers.
I looked down to I went to put my shoes on. I have the fucking trousers on. No, totally out of my head. But no, Andy, you do need to be polite since the young man's kicking about. He's still about.
No, that's him. He's got school in the morning, so he's in his room. It was only last night on the live he was with. He ended up falling asleep on the way home, didn't he? That was him. Zonked. 1 minute he was sick, the next minute he was asleep. Do you know he left half his chips and made sure I had a pound coin in case he ran into any homeless people? He was got to give them his chips. And
that was nice, wasn't it? That was nice.
Was that the night called?
Nicole's saying about a pink tutu.
Oh no, the pink tutu. With the bunny ears, that would be alright. Suit it.
Aye, okay. Wetsuit, bunny ears, and a pink tutu. Seriously? It's no Chris you're talking to.
That's your Halloween costume set.
Andy, funniest bit was Scott grabbing that jacket. It was actually a cushion, Andy. It wasn't a jacket, it was actually a cushion. It was the first thing that came to my hand.
Oh God.
But that's what makes these things, you know, unexpected.
Oh, it was
The last night, I did enjoy last night. I will admit, when we went to the woods and we couldn't get in, I was fucking...
Oh, I was raging. I've never seen you angry, Scott, except for last night. You were
Oh,
mad.
I think 'cause I'd psyched myself up so much to do these, you know, obviously I'm not going to get any of them, but, you know, for the last few weeks, I'd psyched myself up. It's the one place I wanted to go, and with the schools getting back and, you know, one Sarah and her babysit, we hadn't had a chance to. And so last night was the first chance we had to get to Edinburgh. And I'd been waiting like 3-4 weeks, something like that.
Don't worry, there's plenty of other times. Edinburgh's not gone anywhere.
And I think that's what peed me off more than anything. Like, Nicole, why did you come on panel? Because you're just getting ridiculous.
Hey, Nicole, just pop up, come on.
Hey, mate, sorry I never mailed you today, mate. I was out with the wee and then I was on another live earlier on, but I'll definitely will drop you a wee.
Mary, so give you a shout.
I'll drop you a wee mail tomorrow, and we're coming down during the week with our ladyship. So I said, I will. I've not forgotten about you. Flip flops to right. Nicole's just getting ridiculous now. Andy, have a word with Nicole, please. You feeling a tad Brahms and list off with leaving those woods, Scott? You hit it well, mate. Well, thank you, Andy. Yes, I was very listed off. It's not often I get wound up. It's not. Sarah will tell you I don't get angry very often. Sarah's gone. I just know she's away.
All right, I know.
It's not very often I get. It takes a lot to push me over the edge, but I think it's because I'd built myself up, and the last 2 or 3 days I was, you know.
You're psyched up.
Psyched. That's the word I look for.
You were psyched
up, and you're counting the hours until you go there, and you think, well, you know, here we go, and then bang, a copper tells you it's not happening, mate. You know.
Respect that. About half hour in or that before we left and get a cup of tea and a coffee, because we would have been banging in the middle of all that shit when that police and all that were there. So that was a good thing that we didn't get to go really.
I was
banging in the middle of all that crap. Waterville Body's been fun and shit.
I know, I mean, no disrespect to the guy for the doors opening.
I need disrespect to the family then, but I wouldn't have liked to have been there when any of that all happened.
Can you drop the link back in? Sarah's been kicked out.
I didn't bother messages. Anybody else wants to grab it, you can, okay? We'll begin off about 11, so another 20 minutes or something, guys. And then if Scott or that wants to go live for the main channel, that's up to themselves.
One panel are you going to make?
I just
got the ulterior on.
What's that?
Nicole saying, Scott, go on panel, are you going to make Scott get ulterior on?
Grab the link,
I
guys.
I want to tell the dinosaur joke. But no, we will. No, I'll be getting off at the same time as you, because it's been a long day with the wee, and last night we didn't. I don't know what time we left yours. It was about 2ish or something.
Oh, it was about 2 o'clock. Aye, because he's come in, got a coffee and shit, weathered and that. Aye, definitely. It was about 2.
Back here, so back here.
We landed here at 25 to 2, and you stood about an hour. So it must have been about 3:30. I reckon he's get home.
I was back at 3 because the 2 cats they were.
And you know, but it'll mostly be bad once Liam gets his bunk beds. They're coming next week because the block mattress will be there and he can just stay.
Yes, it's us fine because the wee, you know, even for the wee, because I want you doing to that. I want you doing that priory now that you were talking about. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, well, device not connected, Nicole. Add to stream. There we go. There we go. Nicole's joining us, folks. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, it's us fine because the wee,
Hello. Oh, Andy's coming in as well.
Andy's here.
I want you to know diary knew that you were talking about. I didn't know that was there.
I will do my best.
Andy, I hope you're not topless.
Yeah, I am, unfortunately. I'm sweating like a pig.
Oh, we're too hot with you.
Can you just block Liam's ears for us?
He's in the room. He's okay. You'll not hear him.
Nicole's only just got off me and I'm sweating like a pig. I will do my best.
That's a long week, that one, isn't it? I can hear this conversation.
I'm sweating like a pig.
Is it me or can you hear an echo
I can
coming back again?
I can't.
I don't hear an echo.
I think it's a winner.
But
Thanks,
you're
Nicole,
breaking
for
up
the
a bit.
flop. I don't know how to
Yeah.
use Wi-Fi. Can you hear me?
Nice. Yeah, you're breaking up a bit.
I'm back.
Yes, Sarah.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah.
Why does Nicole want me to not tell the dinosaur joke? I think it was not.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why does Nicole not want me to tell the dinosaur joke? Is it too adult for you?
Yeah.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Do you think you saw him?
Yep. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh, I know this one.
What?
I can't
A
remember.
megalopus. What do you call a paedophile dinosaur?
Oh, God knows.
Barney.
Oh, I get it.
Sarah gets it.
Yep.
Nicole's thinking, fuck, I told you not to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That road. The minute you say not to say it, you've got to find it.
That link I just chucked you on the private chat has got the stone circles for you.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Not 100% sure
Yeah,
what they're about, but druids and witchcraft sort of fit well together.
Yeah, I'll have a read it definitely, Andy. I'll definitely have a read it all and see where I can put a
And as
together.
Scott's driving,
They're cool.
he could take you up to the Orkneys and Shetlands, which have got loads of them.
Aye,
Okay, up to the where?
Where the druids.
No,
and
Scott, you just drive.
I'll just put Google Maps on and you can point, you can follow the arrow. But where the druids things that originated up there, and like Vikings and all things as well, there'll be like Viking spirits and things. That'd be interesting going right away up the north of Scotland. So it would.
I know Aloysius there. What have I been volunteered for?
What about
Nothing, darling.
Just driving.
Have you managed to find any lighthouses yet, Sarah?
Just a little bit of driving.
There's a few, but whether we can get to them. Sorry.
Right.
Andy, look what Jim wrote.
Jim, wherever. Jim.
What? Lighthouses?
It is when you've been there, Jim.
I'm looking what's like.
Oh my God.
Scott,
Well,
why have you locked Toby out in the hall?
because he asked me if he could go in the hall.
Well, you need to let him back in because he's trying.
Oh. Right, come in, wee shit face. Go on.
Go not. Scott, Mathieson, do not talk to my boy like that.
They're actually worse than toddlers, aren't they, kittens?
Oh, they're a pain in the
I know.
beep beep.
Just get him a harness and a bit of bungee string.
Oh, Andy, stop.
Nail one end in the middle of the room and he'll exercise himself all he likes going off at 360 degrees.
No, this one's got a fetish for wires. I don't know how many sets of wires he's chewed through.
Nicole told me she prefers silk ropes.
Oh, is that right, Nicole?
What?
I don't think she quite heard
I
that.
didn't say so.
Oh, secret stuff.
I said
Secrets all
latex,
coming out
Annie.
now.
Latex.
Latex, Annie, not silk. Oh
Silk,
my God.
ropes.
Yeah, latex. You should try a latex rope. That's much better.
Yeah, they cut the blood flow off,
Yeah, that's why I say it. It's much
which is
better.
handy if you're amputating different parts of a body, but
Yes.
I'm too innocent for this conversation.
You don't think these lives,
I'm just
you
having
don't
a
think
look at
these
the
lives are getting more blue as the weeks go on?
I've got your
what's
link.
getting more blue?
Thank you. Have you,
They're
The
getting
sky.
more blue.
I know what
What,
I'll
the
do.
The
sky?
more the sky, aye, well, no, the sky's not getting blue up here anyway, that's for sure, my man.
Andrina, I sent you the link that was in the private chat to your messenger.
Sarah, thanks.
No, Andy had put it up on the private chat, but I sent it to your messenger to make it easier for you.
Yeah, I did
Right,
too.
right,
I
thank
did too,
you.
Sarah.
Thank you,
I think I
guys.
did.
I'll definitely have a read it tomorrow when the Wayne's at school. I'm going to have a day. So just reading things.
Personally,
Well,
I like
I've sent you about 25 articles, so
Well, I can always give it a go. You'll probably find that much of them will be the same information, but so I can scan through them quickly, find out what's real, what's no. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry, thank you. I'll get something out of it. We'll try and piece it all together for dates and things as well, so we can shout out for dates and listen for dates and things when we're there.
there's
Trying to
15
get
messages waiting for you.
Popular tonight, 15 messages waiting on me. Wow.
13. Unlucky for some.
15.
15. That was a good year, that was.
15.
Yeah, when I was
So where
15.
am I driving? Where am I driving to? Because you've got me curious now. Where do you volunteer me for, Andy?
Not very far, mate. Not very far. It's only about that far on the map.
I can't see you, Nicole. I've got two black
It's only about
squares.
that far on the map.
That far? Is it like, say, up north or something?
Yep.
Little bit. Orkneys and Shetland.
That's just, like, up the hill for us.
There you go then.
It's just about that much in the map as you say. It's not far.
Mind you, I only live that far away on the map.
It's wonderful, isn't it? How distance seems so little on a map. But I think we need to get up. I think we need to venture further up north.
Yeah,
See,
don't head south, for Christ's sake. They're eating each other down here.
I'd love to go in a car as far as you could go, right up to the top of Scotland, just as far as you could go. I've always said that. I'd love to do it.
John O'Groats.
Yeah.
No,
And then walk the rest. I don't care. I just want to go right to the very top of Scotland and look off the island. It'd be brilliant.
it's actually no John O'Groats. It's actually Thursday. Some people, John O'Groats is the furthest you can drive, but Thursday's actually slightly higher up than John O'Groats.
See, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, me and the ability to walk are not good friends.
My nephew's actually in the Guinness Book of Records. Wee William, he's only 5, and he's climbed, what is it, every Monroe, or he's climbed so many Monroes, mountains for his age, and Ben Nevis and things. He's in the Guinness Book of Records. He's only, I think he done it when he was 4 or 5. I can't mind. It was last year.
Poor little bugger must have felt half dead by the time he got down again.
He absolutely loves it. See, any time we're London, say they're going hill walking, he's the first to go get his stuff ready. He loves it. Honest to God. And he's no fear. He's got to be a gymnast or something. I stay in a swing park and there's a big lorry out there, a climbing frame that all the Waynes climb on. And I'm telling you, he's no fear. No fear whatsoever. And if he
Best way to be as a kid.
This boy's going
I do the parents a lot of good, but as a kid, it's brilliant to have no fear.
He stays with his granny, actually. Stays with his granny, so she pushes him to do good in life. The way of doing something, I know he will. He's really intelligent.
Yeah, I just thought, Scott, if it's good enough for you to walk around bottomless, it's good enough for me to walk around topless.
I was topless once, I think, when it kind of got really warm here.
Isn't it not, Sarah? It's not actually good enough.
No, it's not.
I was the bottom. I'd shorts on.
You had very revealing shorts on, Scott.
Because I've been in the room, and it was just one of these moments where you got up and you're not thinking about, oh, can I go into the living room? Am I properly dressed to get in the living room?
I'll tell you what, when you walked in that room, I knew immediately why that kitten likes following you.
When I walked in that room, I'm just going to ignore that, and there'll be flags for me.
Don't you just digging a hole?
When I walked in that room, we lost about 15 subs. Our couch just dropped.
Yeah, but you probably gained another 30 out of the gay community.
I've actually noticed that there's a lot of guys hanging about our street lately. Corner. I was wondering why. Now I know why. You know what I mean? Do you know what? That's what makes guys fun when it's no planned, or somebody's just sitting there just droning on that you just want to go and fucking hang yourself and stuff like that. You know, you'd rather stick a fork in your eye than sit and listen to it for an hour.
True.
Sometimes it's good to just talk about nothing and all. Get to know each
I
other.
just talk crap. It's the same as, have you ever sat and listened to two drunk men talking, or drunk women in Texas?
And it's
I've tried
true.
to.
About 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds about what the things they talk about is funny zone. I've got a grandson and nephews. They're 4, 5, they're 5 and 6, 5 and 6 and nearly 7. And see the things they talk about is unbelievable. See something listening to them, they're comical.
I love listening to kids sitting having conversations. Yeah, it's brilliant. Even with time goes on a wee toy phone, Sarah'll tell you. I sit and listen to her, and she's, there's a program on YouTube that she watches, and there was a thing on about somebody stole the Easter bunny, and it's been taken. There was a good Easter bunny land and a bad one, and so she was on the phone. I actually recorded on my phone doing it. She was on the phone to the police and everything. You need to come to the bad bunny land to find. And she was serious. Wouldn't she be?
Aye.
She was total, and then she was on the phone to one of her pals. It's a wee plastic light up kid's phone. It was one of her friends she was calling to, and she was going nuts on the phone, and she just sitting there listening to her. Hey Eddie, how you doing? Just
Trust me, Beth, a wetsuit over those shorts was a lot easier to handle.
We were in his live earlier on. It was funny, but I had to cut off because my dinner arrived. So, but I enjoyed your stream earlier on, Ed. It was like a good laugh. Sorry I had to jump out because of my dinner. Chinese, right? Easter bunny.
Chinese.
Got to get myself a French maid's outfit for Eddie now.
Beth, you're going to get blocked from me. I just had my wetsuit over the shorts and I couldn't handle it. You are. Some people are on thin ice. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look at the man earlier, Scott, when I said I wasn't well, so I wasn't coming on to do live. She's like, okay, mummy, I'll go on, I'll stand in for you. What are we talking about tonight? Is it ghost hunting? I can do it.
I bet you could do it as well. Honestly,
you're good. Yesterday in the car when I took her through her auntie, her auntie, we were going to Edinburgh and she's in the back, and I've got the main mirror, but I've got it's got I can see you mirror. It's an extra wee mirror, so I can keep an eye on the way if I'm out with her myself. And she knows I can see her in this mirror. And I said, well, we're going to Edinburgh tonight, you know, and she's like, well, make sure the ghosties don't get you.
Oh my God.
Okay. I was dead serious face for it. Ghosties don't get you. Right, okay then. So you're 4-year-old and I'm still listening to you. You know what I mean? Unbelievable, unbelievable.
that's-
So it is.
She's brilliant.
That's
Um,
cute.
There's beat. But no, it's amazing sitting listening to conversation with kids and, as I say, two drunk men. I think that's the funniest conversation. I've had a few of them myself before I stopped drinking. I listen to two drunk guys talking.
Pump into
Oh,
YouTube,
they-
it's funny zoning.
They're
So
talking about the price of paper and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. That's it. If you wear wetsuit ghost hunting, it will be hard to get scratched. No, if I roll my sleeve up. If I roll my sleeves up, Beth will be a lot easier.
Keep your hand there.
I'm sorely tempted to go and put mine on just to show you what you're looking at.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, please do.
Hey,
Oh,
just
yes,
calm
do,
down.
Andy.
Pardon?
Go on, Andy.
What?
Put it on.
Hang on a minute. Show
What,
Scott
your
what he's
tutu?
missing out on.
I'm not missing out on anything, but
Just for
trust me.
I think he's doing
I
it.
mean,
I think you really has got to go to
Guys,
it.
somebody wants to say hello.
Hi, Tiam.
Hi.
hey, why are you up?
Well, was you
Because she
sleeping?
needed you.
Was you sleeping? You coming to see me
Peekaboo.
this week? You coming up to see me this week?
Right, go say bye-bye.
Bye.
Night-night.
Good night, Tootsie. Love you.
Bye.
Good
We
night.
love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Right, when you go back to bed.
You're so cute.
Bugger.
You didn't
So
realise
sweet.
she ain't going to sleep.
Hey,
She's
baby
got
girl.
a thought just now. Oh. That's what, now that she knows we're about, that'll be her. That'll be an excuse for the toilet next.
No, she'll go back to sleep, no bother.
Oh, will she? Aye? Good.
Aye, she got up for juice, and then I said, you better go for a pee. She's like, but I want to say hello. I said, well, go for a pee first, and then you can come back and say hello.
Hey,
Oh, that's what we're in bed.
one.
Is the cat's not getting an annoyer?
No.
We'll
Hey,
get it. They'll
love you.
just get cuddle up beside and go to sleep. Just wants to get by that carry-on stage, isn't it?
The wee one gets up and sits in her pillow and cuddles into her head and goes to sleep.
Right.
So where's this wetsuit? Go on.
Oh,
Show Nicole what she's missing.
You'll probably
He's trying it on. He's trying to put it on, but it doesn't work that well.
You
Be
need to put
patient.
calcium for that on, I think, to get it on.
Oh my
Eddie's saying
God.
there's no reason with a drunk person laugh my ass off, believe me. And there isn't. It doesn't matter how much you say a drunk person. They're always right.
Am I right? Am I wrong? 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 Oh, I hate that.
I just hope
just a bit
up her shite when
bad.
I'm drunk.
Because
I have to leave
He's
before
almost
I
ready.
get back. Self-defense. Laugh out loud, Beth said.
if Scott wears a wetsuit, I'll have nightmares. You know what? One of these days, we might just end up doing a live and I just might get a
Wait,
fucking
wetsuit.
wetsuit on.
Well, if Andy can do it, you can do it.
Wetsuit and slippers.
Remember, you've got to have the bunny ears and everything as well. Yours wasn't just
Hey,
a
wait.
wetsuit. Bunny ears.
Wait.
What else was there again?
Bunny ears too. You
Tutu.
promised.
Tutu.
I never
Wait,
promised. When did I promise?
There he comes.
I don't remember.
Oh my God, no. Okay.
That's not good.
Me sideways. This was hard to get into, I tell you.
I can't see him. I've got a Blackfoot screen.
Twirl. You have to use a twirl.
Jesus, this thing shrunk.
Okay.
There.
Hey, turn round.
Scott in a wetsuit, look.
The thing is, Andy, I can't see you because
Oh, sorry, mate. I can't hear you with that hood up.
The goals.
Oh, pass me heart pills.
Oh no. Where's my hat?
Oh my god. You can
think
jump
I'm
with
gonna
Scott in the holes.
Andy.
What's that?
I can't.
I think you're not going diving in that suit anytime soon.
I can't answer that with your boy there.
Oh no.
Thankfully, I couldn't see him. For some reason, I can't. I can see the rest of you, but I can't see Andy. So maybe that's a blessing in disguise.
You're saved.
It's a good job we're just going to give you time to get out of it.
It sort of contravenes the under 18 rules here, not allowed to see me.
And I don't have the image in my mind, so that's a blessing as well.
It's going to happen one day. There was somebody was going to put a wetsuit on, so then you have had your wetsuit experience. It just wasn't Scott, it was Andy.
Oh,
There you go.
this thing has shrunk. It was easier to get into when I was 3 stone heavier.
I bet it was there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God. Good times. Oh, that's
You have pics for sale, asking for a friend.
No, geez.
Oh, no.
No, but I can do the modelling if you want to take the photos.
Especially Andy has invented diving porn.
Wait, no, that's right. Oh, I should have put you up in the first screen. I forgot you could do that. Bummer. I should have put you up the first screen.
Any look what you wrote.
I said I'll do the modelling if he wants to take the photos, and we'll take a 50-50 split on it.
Right, wait, is that how you do it? So,
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god.
there. We should have done it with the full wetsuit zipped up. Sorry, I forgot to do that.
I've only got the top 2 bits on.
Yeah, but now how do I get it all back now? I don't know how to get it all back now.
That's what you call,
No, right.
what's it called? Karma.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Stitch me up like that and then stitch yourself up.
Oh,
Oh
my god.
Oh, thanks for coming, everybody. It's been a good laugh.
Oh,
Thank
I'm going to
you,
get out of this now when I've still got oxygen going into my lungs.
Oh.
And
Right,
you patted
shit
that shit quick.
Right, I've got to turn the camera off because Nicole will get overexcited.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We're all going to go anyway, I think.
Yeah.
Good night,
Oh,
everybody.
right.
Thanks.
I'll leave getting stripped off until after.
Very soon.
Hope you recover, Andy.
Thank you all.
I tell you what, you need weights for this thing. There's so much neoprene here, you just float on the surface. Oh, Jesus.
Right, good night, guys. I'll speak to you all soon.
Well, take care.
Good
everyone.
night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.